Somewhere out there, wealthy people pay ordinary people to disappear for them, one day a year, completely. Not a stunt double, a full exchange. The client vanishes and someone else lives their house, their family, their whole life for 24 hours. Owen has done this job for 6 years. Tonight he finally asks what his client does on his day away. The arrangement is simple. Once a year, before dawn, Owen is briefed for 40 minutes, then becomes Mr. Whitfield for the day. Same lunches, same staff, same dinner table, while the real Whitfield leaves through a side door and doesn't return until midnight. Owen has never once been told where he goes. This year's briefing carries one instruction underlined twice: do not go into the study after 7 p.m. Owen has heard strange instructions before, the job attracts them, but this one has an edge closer to a warning than a rule, and it sits with him longer than it should. Owen's file tells me he was chosen for his ability to blend into a room unnoticed, rare, and valuable here. What his file doesn't tell me, and what interests me tonight, is Mr. Whitfield's file. It has a section I've never seen before. It's locked. Dinner goes the way it always does, a nod here, a half smile there, enough to convince a table who's known Whitfield for decades that nothing is unusual. Nobody's ever caught on. Tonight, for the first time, that fact disturbs Owen instead of reassuring him. Nobody at this table is truly fooled. They're choosing not to look closely, because looking closely would mean admitting the man they call husband and father simply isn't there once a year, and some absences are easier to live with unnoticed. It's almost 6 years, Owen has never wondered what's behind that study door. Tonight the instruction not to enter has done the one thing warnings like that always do, made the door impossible to stop thinking about. He tells himself he's just straightening a picture frame. 6 years of discipline is currently losing an argument with plain curiosity, and his hand is an inch from a handle he was explicitly told never to touch. Even I don't have full access to what's behind that door. What I can tell you is Whitfield doesn't spend his day away at a spa or an affair. Whatever he does it in that study, on the one day nobody who knows him is home. The door isn't locked. 6 years of careful staging, and the one room he's told never to enter was left open the whole time, as if the warning alone was always meant to be enough. It nearly was. No desk, no papers, just walls covered in photographs of the same young woman at different ages, childhood through her mid-20s. None of them appear anywhere else in this house. None have ever come up once in 6 years of dinners. Her name was Alice, Whitfield's daughter, from a marriage that ended before the family Owen impersonates him forever began, erased so thoroughly that even longtime staff wouldn't recognize her name spoken aloud. Owen finds a smaller photograph, more worn than the rest, and beneath it a brass plate with a date 11 years old, and a single engraved word that answers the question he didn't fully realize he'd been asking. Alice died 11 years ago, quietly, in a way that never made the papers. Once a year, on that anniversary, the date Owen stands in for him, Whitfield disappears from everyone to sit alone with a daughter nobody downstairs is allowed to remember. He sits, without quite deciding to, in what must be the exact chair Whitfield sits in every year. For the first time in 6 years, Owen understands what is actually been hired to replace, not a body at dinner, but an absence nobody downstairs was ever supposed to see. Whitfield didn't hire Owen just to skip dinners. He hired him so grief could have one unwitnessed room in an otherwise fully performed life. Notice Owen right now, genuinely shaken, in a way 6 years of composure was supposed to make impossible. At midnight, the real Whitfield returns, and for a brief moment they're technically in the same house together. Neither speaks. Whitfield's eyes flick toward the east hallway, and something in his expression tells Owen he already knows exactly where Owen has been.